Good evening, folks. I'm going to just call this Pawpaw making pickles, or pickles with Pawpaw, or whatever. We're going to make some icebox pickles. I love them. I made them last year. I made them several years in a row. And in the icebox, they will last right at a year. I'm not going to try to do all of them tonight because I've got too much to do, too many to do. But we're going to talk about it in little segments. And seriously, she won't be here when I do this, okay? I'm going to do a gallon of sliced cucumbers. And we're going to talk about that for a minute. And I'm going to use a small onion, or white onion. Or maybe even two. That's just kind of up to you. And a third cup of pickling salt. Now, I'll tell you how we're going to do it to start with. I'm going to slice them up with our little slice machine. And then we're going to cover them with ice. We're going to put the salt on them, all over it. Shake it all in, mix it all up, and then we're going to put ice on them for 3 hours and just cover it with a tablecloth or something. Okay? Guys, seriously, I'm trying to make a video here, and y'all not helping matters at all, Henry. Y'all got to move your little butts out of here. I'm serious. I ain't going to have cats up here with me making pickles. I got my whiteboard in here, and right now I'm sterilizing my jars, pint jars. And I've got my whiteboard, and I'm gonna put the recipe on it and show it to you off and on. And if any of you guys later on want to make pickles, you can just go back to this video and look at the whiteboard, you know? Get the whiteboard, stop it. You get the whole thing. But I will kind of give you a little idea. It's 3 cups of white vinegar. This, we're talking about a gallon of cucumbers. 5 teaspoons of mustard seeds. 5 cups of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of celery. Let me show you. Celery seed. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Yeah, figure it out yourself. I don't know. Okay. And 1 bay leaf per jar. Now, so I've got all my spices here. I've got celery seed. I've got the mustard seed. I've got the bay leaves, and I've got pickling salt. And I went to get more because it's about half full, but I got plenty. And I didn't have it, so I got kosher salt, which I think works the same. But anyway, I got pickling salt. Now, we boil this mixture for 3 minutes. And this is after we drain and rinse them. After we take that ice off, we drain that juice out and even kind of lightly rinse them. And then we can pour this juice right back in that same gallon bowl over the cukes and let it sit for 30 minutes. It's a simple recipe. After it's sit there for 30 minutes, you can put the pickles, the cucumbers, pickles in your jars and pour the juice over them. Put the lid on them, let them cool down. And once they get to room temperature, put them in your refrigerator. Now, so I'm gonna stop right here. Now listen, I like a crispy pickle. I don't like a mushy pickle. So in saying that, I try to select cucumbers no bigger than this, no bigger than that, which will help. This is a jar of my pickles I put up last summer. Now, Been in the icebox. Crisp. Delicious. They are. They truly are. A euro. I know. Who knows how long that lasts? These have been here a year. So I'm gonna get busy, get the stuff prepared, and we'll get ready to start doing it. We'll come back here. Okay? Okay, I've got 2 onions. And this is probably about a gallon of cucumbers, I'm guessing. 1/3 cup of pickling salt. And then I'm gonna mix it all together, guys. I'm gonna use both hands. I'm gonna put the camera down so you see how I'm gonna do it. Then I'm gonna cover it in ice, okay? We're gonna cover it in ice, okay? I'm gonna finish mixing it. Okay, guys, just some little tips that I do on the cucumber. Before I start slicing, I'll cut off about a 1/2 inch off each end. I give them to chickens. And then I slice my cucumbers, and I slice them, and they come out, you know, 1/4 inch thick, something like that. And I put them in the bowl. Now, once I get this big bowl, which is about a gallon full, then I cut up 1 big onion or a couple of small white onions. I like to use white onions. And about the same thickness. And bust them all up, and then pour over the salt, 1/3 cup of pickling salt, and mix the heck out of it. Mix it, you know, just mix it. Put a couple of ice trays or so of ice on top of it and cover it up. And leave it that way for 3 hours. Now that's gonna help make them crisp, okay? Keep them crisp. Now, I'm sterilizing all my jars. I think box had 15, odd number, but that's what they came, pint jars. I don't know, I can't remember how many jars this will make. We'll make as many as where it goes. Now, here's where, pay attention, okay? This was the simple part, and the other's not hard either. You'll take 3 cups of white vinegar, put it in a bowl. 5 cups of sugar, it's regular old sugar. 2 teaspoons of mustard seed. 1 1/2 or 2 teaspoons of celery seed, whichever you want. 1 1/2 or 2, yeah, that's the way I am. If a little bit helps, a bunch would be good. And 1 teaspoon of turmeric, we've had that discussion. And then 1 bay leaf in each jar before you bottle them up. Okay. You mix the solution up good and you boil it for 3 minutes. And we're going to do that in a little bit. And then you pour it over your cucumbers. You ain't got to let it cool a whole lot, maybe a little bit, but you ain't got to wait till it gets cold and pour it over. You just pour it over your cucumbers in your bowl and leave it in your bowl for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Okay. Then you start taking your little pickles, cucumbers, pickles, and packing them in your jars. Okay. And you get them all packed, you pour that juice over them and bring it up about a 1/2 inch below the top. Put the lid on it and put them in the ice box. Back in the bag. Give them a couple of weeks. I think I always wait a couple, 2 or 3 weeks before I start eating them. Man, you might eat on them sooner. But they'll last a year, at least a year. These are a year old. And they're just as good and crisp as the night I made them. Now, I'm not going to be able to do 2 batches tonight because it's going to take 3 hours for us to sit. And I don't want to get out another big bowl and slice up more cucumbers. So we'll go as far as this goes. And then another day we'll do some more. Now, a friend sent a kosher dill recipe in a little kit, I think the spices for it. And I'm gonna come in one day and we'll try to do some of them too and see how they come out. Okay? So I'm gonna let this here sit right here. My jar's just about through boiling, sterilizing. I'm gonna put them up and we're gonna put this mixture together and bring it to a boil. Okay? All right. Okay, here it is. 1 gallon sliced cucumbers, 1/2 inch thick. 2 small white onions sliced the same way. 1/3 cup of canning salt. Mix it well and cover in ice for 3 hours. Very simple. Very simple. Okay? Now, if it varies a little bit, 1.5 onions or 1 big onion or whatever, that's fine. It don't matter. This is my recipe. I'll show you the rest of it here in a minute. And this is what it looks like. Underneath here, cucumbers and onions. Okay. All right. Now, 3 hours. Oops, back in her eyes. 3 hours. And I cut the tips off of my cucumbers, about 1/2 inch from each end. Throw them away. Give them to chickens. Do what you want to with them. I don't put them in my pickles. And when I get down pretty close to the end, and I don't want to cut my finger, I put them in a little bowl like this, and I'll pour salt and pepper and a little salt and pepper and some vinegar over them. Be a snack here in a little while. Nothing goes to waste. Even the ends go to the chickens. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 5 cups of sugar. It's a lot of sugar. It's okay. All right, it's 5 cups. 5 cups of sugar. Sounds like a lot, though. Sounds like a lot to me. Okay. 3 cups white vinegar.
This was the raise the baby all life.
All right. 3 1/8, 3 1/4. It's okay. It's okay. Regular old white vinegar. Okay. White vinegar. Okay. Now, 2 teaspoons of mustard seed. 2 of celery seeds. I'll fit the jar. Okay. Now, we don't call for this, but I put some of this in it. It's healthy. It's good for you. Whoops. I have to clean that mess up. Don't leave a mess. I am going to put heaping because it's healthy. And we're going to bring this to a boil and stir it. Bring it to a boil. And let it boil for 3 minutes. I have no idea how many jars this is going to do. The only problem, I'll tell you what, the only problem with this recipe, now that I have the blood sugar issues, is there's a lot of carbs in it. But it's a great gift that people don't have to worry about that. And I'll also, eat 2 or 3, 4 or 5 with a sandwich, with my sourdough bread sandwich, with chicken in it, pork. baked chicken. And I'll splurge and have a couple, 2 or 3 slices of pickles. So anyway, I'll just keep stirring this. Once it comes to a boil, I'll let it boil for 3 minutes. Then we'll just shut it off for a while. Here's my mixture. 3 cups of white vinegar, 5 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of mustard seed, 2 teaspoons of celery seed, and I, for my personal touch, add a teaspoon of turmeric. And I bring it to a boil for 3 minutes and I stir it well to mix it well. Stir and mix it well. That's the second step, guys, right here. Get this step down and you're almost ready. Guys, this is where we're at now. It's been 3 hours. We're gonna pour off the ice. Now I rinse mine very slightly. I don't want to leave too much salt in there. Then I'll pour the mixture over the cukes and let them sit here in the bowl for 30 minutes. Then I'll add 1 bay leaf to each jar. I'll pack the pickles in very tightly. I'll pour the mixture over the pickles and seal them up. And then I'll put them in the fridge. And I let mine sit 3 or 4 weeks before I start eating them. I think you can eat them quicker. I'll probably not put them in the fridge tonight because I don't want to put, juice is still hot, and I don't want to put anything warm in the fridge. So I'll probably just wait till tomorrow morning and put them in the fridge. It'll be fine. Let's get started. Okay, most of the ice is melted down. And we get over here to the sink. Okay, I want to turn this off for a minute. Okay, you can see I poured it all in here. And actually, you know what? They're already tasting good. I'm letting them sit. And I stir them up now and then to make sure all of them get underneath the juice. And it's not a big deal because the juice is going to go inside the jars anyway. But I don't want that sugary stuff on my hands. It's sticky. So it's almost 30 minutes and I'm fixing to start putting them in the jars. I'll show you again here in a minute. All right, it looks like ours are going to probably do about 6 jars. If you have any juice left over, don't pour it out. Put it in another jar, a mason jar that's been sterilized. Put the lid on it and save it, because if you make more pickles, you can always add it to it. You just reboil it and add it to it. Most times you don't have much left over. Really kind of depends on how well you pack your pickles. Now, I've left a little bit of head space on each one. Wash my hands for a second. This stuff's got a lot of, sugar in it, so it's kind of sticky, so you don't want to handle everything. What I'll do, I will rinse these jars under the sink and get all any kind of juices down on the side of the jar. Make sure there's nothing, no little seed up on that top rim to kind of hold my seal off. These jars come with it's all made together. Got it from Amazon. They're pretty neat. They got the little seal, rubber seal already made inside of them. Wasn't very expensive. Okay. I'm gonna rinse these off, and I'm gonna lay them over here on a clean dishcloth to overnight. That way they won't be sticky. So that's the way I do it, guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish up here, wash all these off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. She's already went to bed, and I'm fixing to take a shower and go to bed too. Catch you guys later.